Wow.
Cabrera up just seconds before the final count, but this one is waved off as Cabrera runs into the lightweight division's buzzsaw.
Here's the thing, man. I agree with the stoppage. Cabrera should have gotten up earlier. He still had fight left. I blame Cabrera for not getting up.
All right, so let me say this. Third round stoppage by William Zepeda over Giovanni Cabrera. You may remember Cabrera for fighting Eastside Cruz. What was that, last year? And having a very...
Se mantiene invicto el camarón William Zepeda.
So William Zepeda.
So before we listen to the post-fight interview, I do want to say that I'm not there yet when it comes to Zepeda, when it comes to the top. Here, let me say it this way. What are they doing? They're showing fight highlights. I don't want to see that. I think he can beat Denise Berinchyk. Remember, he's #1 right there, as you can see. He's the #1 contender, it looks like, for the IBF title. Tank Davis is the WBA. You can see he's #1 there, too. He's #1 by all 4 sanctioning bodies. So he is the next in line for a title shot against anyone. Now, Shakur Stevenson fought last night under his last contract with Top Rank Boxing. He's the WBC champion, currently no mandatory. Gervonta Tank Davis and Vasil Lomachenko are in talks to fight. According to one of Tank Davis's trainers, Lomachenko said he would step aside for Tank Davis and Shakur to fight. Shakur's got some rebuilding to do as far as his brand is concerned, because he's had 2 performances where it has fed the narrative of him being a boring fighter. Fans were walking out of his fight last night in his home, booing. And he had the nerve to disrespect the fans. Lomachenko, let's face it, he'll be, 37 years old. There are concerns about him, and when it comes to his really big fights, whether it was Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, or Orlando Salido, he lost them for whatever reasons, whether people thought he won or not. There are L's there. So I think that in a perfect world, my opinion, and this is my opinion, Zepeda fights Berinchyk for the title. The winner of Loma and Tank fight Shakur, and then fight William Zepeda, Berinchyk winner, and then that's undisputed right there. So the storyline is right there, for William Zepeda. But I think he's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not. I need a little bit more. And to be honest, it's been the level of competition for real. The Maxie Hughes win was impressive. Maxie Hughes had a nice little run. A lot of people thought he'd beat George Kambosos, including myself. Marcelo Gesta, he's been a golden boy, gatekeeperish type of fighter. Jojo Diaz, solid win, but Jojo Diaz's best days were behind him. The same with Rene Alvarado. So there's not really nothing there. Yeah, he passes the eye test for a lot of this stuff. But when it comes to really stepping up in competition, now stopping Cabrera, that's impressive. But when it comes to really stepping up in competition, I just don't know. I'm just not there yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with him. In fact, let me go find the post-fight interview. I just don't like how they make you jump around on these apps, man. It can get a little bit frustrating, So, and some might argue that Zepeda can beat Shakur Stevenson because of his activity. That seems to be an issue, a looming issue for Shakur Stevenson, is if he has enough power, to keep a pressure fighter off of him. That's a legitimate question, or if he has to outthrow a fighter. That's a legitimate question.
Tonight's main event is undefeated.
Oh, by the way, I want to show you a replay of the knockout. I want to see where it came from. There's a body shot in here. I got to be careful because, the zone will copyright you.
Just about anything.
So that elbow, this elbow was already dropped. You seen when it dropped. Okay, so let's see here.
From Zepeda, you won't see a lot of them from him, but no throw.
There you go. You seen it? Let me slow it down for you. Where we at? Back 0 is muted. It's going to be left hook. Not that one. That was a nice one, though. Look. That was a nice one, though. Jab to the body. Then, now here we go. You're going to see it's going to be quick, and that elbow's going to drop. He load up on it. Boom! Look, that elbow's down. So he was gassed out from that body shot. But why can't I find this post-fight interview? What's the deal here? I don't want to go through the whole broadcast through the Zone site. Like, the Zone was acting up for me last night. It's rare that happens, but it was acting up. That's why I try not to, like, watch it through. It's hard to explain. I'll see what he had to say.
Lomachenko would be a great fight.
Take that bout from Berinchyk.
Lomachenko would be a great fight. Later on tonight, Shakur Stevenson is going to defend his WBC title. He'll be a free agent after that fight. If that fight's offered, would you be interested?
Hoy pelea Shakur Stevenson, después de esa pelea es un agente libre. Si él gana esa pelea, ¿estás dispuesto también a pelear con Shakur Stevenson?
Yo quiero a cualquiera de los 4 campeones que hay en los organismos. Yo ya he hecho mi tarea, ahorita le toca a Oscar hacer su tarea como promotor, buscando la oportunidad. Nosotros nos hemos ganado las oportunidades y lo que nos ofrezca. A mí nada más que me digan dónde y cuándo es el baile, ahí voy a estar.
I want all 4 of the champions. I've already done my homework. Now it's time for Oscar De La Hoya to do his homework and put the opponent in front of me. Just tell me what time and where's the dance.
Congratulations, Will.
Okay. You know, we saw that Virgil Ortiz was able to, he was about to fight Tim Tszyu on one of those Saudi cards. Now, Shakur Stevenson, he's a free agent. You know, you think the Saudis can put this together? Zepeda versus Shakur Stevenson? You know? Or will they try to go after Berinchyk to get, you know, because let's be honest, you know, Berinchyk, you know, of the champions is the weakest link of the champions. I'm not disrespecting him, but of the champions. You know, and 135 was a bridge too far for Navarrete. Navarrete don't do no conditioning or anything when he move up in weight. He just say, fuck it, I'm just going to weigh in a little bit more. There's no real, it doesn't seem as real, how can I say, science behind Navarrete just moving up all those weights. You know, 122, 126, 130, then 135. I just think he'd just be like, all right, fuck it. And you can see it in his body. So, you know, whatever Zepeda is going to be doing, it's going to. I believe his next shot is going to be a title shot, whether Shakur Stevenson or Dennis Berinchyk. And don't be surprised if it ends up on a Saudi card. With that being said, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with 5U360.